Hi Aries and all seekers, welcome back to the Existential Shift. Hope you had a wonderful birthday season. Seven of Swords, what are you planning? Counting your losses. Here in the Seven of Swords, he's holding 5 swords, leaving 2 behind. And here he's holding 3 swords, leaving 2 behind. When you're constantly on the run, there's always something left behind. If it's a one-time thing, it's circumstantial. But if it's a consistent thing, what are you constantly running away from? And is the price constantly worth it? Wherever you go, you bring yourself to the table. Leaving that person, leaving that place. Wherever you go with yourself. And the one thing all of these things have in common is you. So what's your share in this? Even if it's not an apparent fault, even if it's simply allowing things like that to happen, people to do that to you, places to treat you that way. If you're constantly drawn to a place that does a similar thing to you, 3 of Pentacles, it means you need to rebuild your esteem from the grounds up, from the darkness to the light, from the emptiness to the fullness. Not looking at what is, but looking at what isn't. Not at what it is that you do, what it is that you don't do. Not what it is that you have, what it is that you don't have. Not what it is that you feel, what it is that you don't feel. And from there, from understanding the no, you can build the yes. Saying no to the wrong thing is more than halfway towards saying yes to the right thing. Four of Pentacles. And then as things start to look good and there's a cooperation and potentially things are looking different, fear trickles in. What about what's mine within all that? They just did this and that. I did this and this and this and this and that. If I just give it away, I don't have healthy boundaries. I need to reserve my autonomy. Yes. But before that, ask yourself, were you expected to do this and this and this and that? Were you asked to do this and this and this and that? Or did you volunteer and it was not necessarily necessary? And had you not, it could have been a team effort of people chipping in. And maybe if the thing wasn't filled with your actions, it would have the opportunity to be filled by someone else's actions. This is not a shade reading. This is the reading that comes through. I'm just delivering. When I press play, I don't know what's going to happen. It just happens. It just so happens that you're incredibly bright. And you are guided to challenge yourself to share that brilliance in a balanced way. How does it work tangibly? For example, if they ask for your advice, give it. If they don't, they're allowed to make mistakes. They're also allowed to be right without you knowing that they're right, because there's something you're missing. And then if you wait a little bit before you jump the gun, you gather more information, and you're like, oh, that was actually appropriate of them to do this and that. It wasn't that bad or that wrong. The reason I'm telling you this is because Spirit wants you, obviously, if that's the message that is coming through, it wants you to succeed and it wants you to be happy. And maybe you can be there by not holding on to unnecessary anger. Having necessary anger is necessary sometimes. But unnecessary anger, that's self-sabotage, which we see on the table with these cards. 8 of Pentacles. Work on your work. One thing at a time. There is a lot of abundance, especially financial abundance, that is about to pour in. And the best way to deal with it is by being one foot after the other. One step at a time. One project at a time. One situation at a time. But still give it your best accuracy. Don't be in a rush. It's not going to go anywhere. The opportunities, the world, it's not going to go anywhere. Not for you. You can afford to be precise, to be patient, to be accurate. You don't have to rush through things over fear that you'll lose them. And that applies to romance too. You don't have to rush through romance, scared that you're going to lose them. Look at it as a chess game. Look at what they do. Enjoy learning how they operate, what they choose to say, what they choose to do, when you give them the room. They'll pleasantly surprise you, 4 of Wands, and the High Priestess. So this could be a partnership with a wise woman. That's like the most simple aspect of the reading. This could be having a goal in mind that you deeply believe in and you have faith in, that doesn't necessarily show its results right now. There's an element of mystery to it. There's an element of unknown to it, of having to act upon faith. Faith in that person, faith in people. And allowing yourself to discover. Yeah, I know you know so much. I know you can so much. But there's always more to discover. And if you already know it all, you won't discover it. I'm not saying that that's your attitude. Just for those of you it might apply to. Some of you have a lot of skills and knowledge that you don't use, that you don't show as much. And I think you are going to have opportunities this coming month, mid-May through mid-June, to show and, show them what you got, kind of thing. I think it will be accepted beautifully. Again, in place. I'm drawn to these, to the pillars, these two pillars, and then similarly, two pillars here made of two wands each. It's like a portal to home I'm picking up on. A surprising portal to home. This can also be your sacred space, your sanctuary, your, what should I call it? Oh, temperance. Not your temple. Oh my God, what's the word? Your altar, where you place the things you believe in and connect with, where you can sit and meditate and do your work, whatever work that may be. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. There's bringing together duality within your mind. Things that used to not be able to work together inside your head, now you realize that you can do them at once, that you can focus on your career and on your love life at the same time. It's just a matter of tempering and balancing your schedule and compromising a little bit here and a little bit there and finding a good middle ground. I don't remember who I said it to, but love is also a goal. I think I said it yesterday to Libra, was it? Or was it Virgo? It's also something you need to invest time, schedule, treat it like work. Yeah. And when I say to you, especially treat it like work, that's not a bad thing. You love working because you work on things you're passionate about, I hope. Work that you're passionate about is so joyous. So a relationship, a love connection that you're passionate about, work on it and you'll be joyous. When I say work on it, work your schedule to fit. Make it work. You can do both. Now that's just an example. It can apply to many other things. It could be a mother raising children and also wanting to sign up to school. Yes, you can do it. Is it challenging? Of course. What do you know? Life is challenging. Shocking. But it can also be fluid if we don't look at it as a challenge and more so as an adventure of discovering what you can do when you set your mind to it. There's a coming together with yourself inside, and it brings mental peace. And it's so nice to see this Ace of Swords after we started with the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords. It's like you're going from a very hard time of being discerning to a very easy time to be discerning. It's because you cleaned up the gunk. And you stopped being afraid of yourself. What do I mean by that? You're not afraid of being quiet. Of not necessarily saying something or doing something. And allowing. Inaction is an action. And it can be quite a challenging one, especially for Aries energy. I know I have a stallion in Aries. Not shading you. I understand you. There's also the archetype of, not royalty, but of a crown, meaning earning your position that is rightfully yours. A birthright type of energy. Something that you're pursuing, you're on the journey to achieve, but you already know it's yours, either by essence or by talent or whatever, or by right. And it's spiritual. It's not egoic, what I'm describing for you. It's spiritual, it's true, and you're right, and I'm rooting for you, and yes, you have it. Yes, you will. Yes, you will win it. Yes, you will have it. Yes, it is inherently yours, this crown, this Some of you are going to have a major opening of your third eye. Of your third eye chakra. And your intuition is going to start. Some of you, those of you who deal with spirituality, some of you are going to open up to channeling. You're just going to start receiving messages. It could start in dreams and then trickle to your waking life. There's a role of some sort, a position of some sort that Spirit is guiding you towards. It might not manifest this month, but you're going to be set on the path towards it this month for sure. Some of you are going through some sort of surgery that is like a mild thing that requires recovery and healing, but it's like something you're not telling everybody, you're keeping it a secret. Maybe you're telling a family members or something like that, but take the time that you need to recover. If that's the case, it's Spirit telling you that you need to rest, honestly. Sometimes our body gets sick, so we'll stop. So we'll just sit down and rest. Anything else for my Aries? 10 of Swords. So for those of you who are going through surgery, don't push the healing. Don't stress getting out of bed and being like, yes, I can. Listen to the doctor. Take the time that you need and then some. Yes, the world will wait for you. It will. And it will also give you the recovery time that you need emotionally. Now, for those of you that it's not a medical thing, it's a mental thing. Your mind wants quiet because you're doing so much at once. So many things are going on, and there's an aspect within you that is being shoved, that doesn't have room to express itself, which is your intuition. And for some of you, healing abilities. And it will only be able to emerge once you sit and rest. And you also need that time. Your system is like, basically wants to eliminate some toxins, physical and metaphysical. So you need more sleep, you need to drink more water, you need to just put your feet up and allow your system to go through the changes that it wants to go through, that it's going through. The more you resist it, the more it will just push you back down in so many ways. So don't resist it. Bottom of the deck, Two of Cups. Show me more about this Two of Cups for Aries. A new relationship after possibly one ended. Four of Cups that you have doubts about and insecurity and lack of faith. Possibly because of past experiences. You feel like you can't trust them. And the Sun. But whatever this new thing is, it seems like it can make you really happy. Some of you are going to experience something that is so happy that it won't even allow you to have doubts. Like it will just eliminate every doubt and every insecurity possible with this person. They'll just constantly show up to show you, here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Until you won't be able to argue with the reality that they're here, you know. You will feel, again, if it's physical recovery, you will feel much, much better and really good actually by Leo season, which is late July, August. And that applies to this new relationship too. It will be a good process of about 2-3 months of you having doubts and them constantly showing up to prove to you that they're there. And then you just allow yourself to feel like you trust them towards August. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that with the sun, but I want you to look at the cards first. And I want to rearrange them a little bit for fun, just to see if there's anything else we can come up with. 3 4s, right? 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10. No other repetitions, so I'm going to use these 3 4s, and then it was the High Priestess, Temperance, and the Sun. Healing knowledge within you that was kept hidden and now you're bringing to the light. It's like something that you knew that you were good at, that you didn't really have the opportunity to show people. You may have kept it hidden. You know, maybe you're an occultist at heart, but a lawyer by day. So you were worried, like you didn't want to post about it on Facebook or talk about it to your peers because you didn't want to. You weren't sure how it will be perceived or how it will look like, but something is happening that allows you to feel more confident. Like maybe a coworker or someone sends you an article about a topic that you really love and you normally don't talk about, and you're like, oh my God, you love that too? I actually know how to do this and that. And they're like, oh my God, can you do this for me? Blah, blah, blah. Just an example, but something you were insecure about and timid about ends up turning out like people are really supportive of and cheering for you. And it's the opposite of judgment. So you're kind of guided by spirit to, you know, express yourself and speak, and it's going to be accepted really, really well. Like you're going to shine, and it's a happy thing. It's bringing something from the subconscious to the level of the conscience. Some of you are healing from, I'm picking up something very, very specific. Some of you gave birth secretly, and you're taking time to like recover and rest with your newborn, but it's like for some reason someone doesn't know. Others of you are working on healing a relationship with a teenager that you haven't been speaking to for a while, or something like that. The spirit is trying to bring you two together and, you know, reconnect. Whatever this is someone you couldn't understand. You just didn't understand how they view the world, how they see life, and now there's a sense of understanding. So there's more positivity in the communication and the connection. Yeah, I think a message will come in that will surprise you. You know, you should probably talk, you should probably work it out. Now, if it's a toxic ex, no. If it's a family member that you love and haven't spoken to for a while, yes. You see how some things you say no to and some things you say yes to? Cool. Let's actually look into your love life. This is a double pentagram spread that I'm going to do right now. It's a look into you and your person of interest for this coming month. Mid-May to mid-June. I'm sorry that I'm late for the May readings. It's just, I had an intense month, intense few months actually, so I appreciate the patience. But put your focus on asking for guidance for your love life between yourself and your person of interest for this coming month. Aries Seekers. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Alright. Aries and their person, please. You can find the link to it below in the description box. I am starting the reading and I'm going to speak and I'm going to show you some cards. But it's just so you could see, if you jive with it, if you connect. And then you can choose to continue with it to your extended. We're going deep. Like I speak about all the aspects of the dynamic between you, both things that are going to occur and the deep psychology of both sides and what makes you tick and do what you do, and them. Past, present, future potential. Headspace, your actions towards one another, what's in your heart, where you feel you stand, influences outside your dynamic. There we go. Now, this is you, this is your person, but if this sounds like you and this sounds like them, you may, of course, reverse the roles. Yay. I'll also pull out runes. In your head, Page of Wands. In your person's head, Knight of Cups. So, this Aries, this person, your person here, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do this on your, kind of because of just what I'm saying. We don't know yet, but currently it seems like in their communication anyway, they're not approaching you, they're not communicating with you, they are heading in a different direction. I don't know if they have something else going on or other feelings going on, or just it could be work, but you seem to be like, hey, what's up, what's going on, blah, 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 and they're not very... They're not very responsive. Okay, now we're going to continue opening this and see why, what's going on, and how things will unfold. So don't jump to conclusions. But that's how it seems like now in your headspaces. This extended is available on Vimeo for separate purchase, but also on Patreon for all the extendeds for a monthly membership that you can cancel anytime. Okay, so check it out if you want to cross-watch for other people and see your own different placements. And there's also lots of goodie rune messages for the day that I publish weekly, and lunar spirit messages. I just posted one for the new moon in Taurus, and there's karmic shift and liberation on tier number 3, so check it out if you jive. Okay, also for patrons you can book a private reading, so if you join Patreon you get the link to booking a reading with me. Okay, runes for Aries for love for this coming month. Oh, a lot of runes. Oh, it fell here. There we go. This tricky little rune likes to appear a lot recently. Weird. The empty rune. Raido in the upright. Ehol in the upright. Beok in the upright. And Hotel. Okay, we'll continue this right now And thank you for being here, and I'll see you real soon. Love you guys.